Peace hand, buddy. Remember how you wanted to know what the end game of this was? This is the end game. Listen, and hopefully we'll be able to make people understand just what's going on here. Alright, everybody listen very closely, please. That's it. That's it right there. Everybody heard that. That is more important than the raw averages, and this is what this is really about. What he is describing is what all these race realists really think. This is the end game.
I do advocate for a nationalist society for every racial and ethnic group, separate.
A lot of your statements on this topic have been about white nationalism. Where have we heard this before?
When I was a white national, I just don't prescribe it.
Instead, he has impressionable people like you do it for him.
I have been advised by my superiors, that is, YouTube users who are a little more familiar with this topic, to present sources.
Now, sources or not, if you're taking hints from Fringe, you're gonna get smacked around.
This is what they really want. Be able to place themselves above everyone else. They don't really think that Asians are better than them. They just have to do that to kind of grease the wheels so that people believe first that blacks are, and then that Asians will be below them. But the real thing that matters is the geniuses at the other end of the spectrum, of which somehow he insists that whites have a better chance of producing. This is the end game. What they want is a stratified society where black people and Asian people are at the bottom, holding up a white elite so that they can live their lives and do things according to apparently some sort of ideology where they are the best. This is the end game. This is what they want. It's not based on anything in reality. What it is based on is actually ancient Sparta.
This is Sparta!
That's what this is based on. That's what the end game is. They want a return to the Spartan society. The Nazis wanted the same thing. The Nazis actually wanted to enslave the Slavic people so they could turn them into this group who would do all the menial labor, while the superior Aryans were able to engage in all the fun pursuits like meetings of the mind and athletics and culture, the things that they thought were below the other people.
You made a mistake, my friend. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ernst Stavro Blofeld.
That's what they're going to do here too. That's what they want. But in order to do that, they have to convince first that people are genetically inferior. They've tried to do it already with blacks. As soon as they can do that, they will prove that Asians are genetically inferior using the same goofy evidence. Of course, the evidence isn't there. But this is the end game. This is all based on ancient Sparta. Libertarian realists just let the cat out of the bag. I hoped that he would respond to my video because I figured his ego would demand that he did, but I never in a million years thought he would say this. I never thought he would hand us this gift. The gift that all these racial realists are really thinking in their minds. That they are part of the 1%, they will control society, they will be the important people, and everyone else will exist purely for their existence. We will prop them up because they are superior to all of us. Libertarian realist, Mr. Hair IQ, Spock Talk, fringe elements, they think they're part of this 1%.
Okay, well at last I will answer some questions. Flying Sea Pigeon asks, Hannibal Barca 13 has up to now done 16 videos addressing you directly, the latest being Libertarian Realist of Full Exposed 16. Will you be doing any replies to him? No. And actually I think Hannibal Barca is up to about 20 videos that he's numbered, and before that he did a couple that he didn't title Libertarian Realist of Full Exposed that were a prelude to the 20-part series he did on me, at least titularly. Substantively, they were not about me or my views. They were about his own strawmen. So anyway, I'm not going to respond directly to any of Hannibal's 22 or so videos in which he attempts to refute views that he ascribes to me. He basically made that impossible.
This is the end game. Listen.
See, what he did is he posted a bunch of comments on my video while he had me blocked from responding to his videos. And while he had me blocked, he sent me several private messages taunting me about each video that he did and planned to do on me. So we should call this guy Hannibal the Stalker.
So please, Mr. Haruki. Oh yeah.
So the kind of behavior Hannibal the Stalker has exhibited towards me, he has exhibited toward others as well. I think he's currently on to Dark Shadow. I only saw a couple of that 20-part series, or maybe only one in full and parts of another one before I just finally figured, you know, this is so ridiculous. He will actually take material that he presents to his viewers that I've said, and then he will immediately restate it and completely lie and misrepresent right before the viewer's eyes what I just said.
Excellent. Excellent. What when you said here is that yes, Haruki is definitely the master, so to speak, where the racist and anarcho-capitalists gain their information from.
No, sorry, not true.
Haruki is often described to be the intellectual powerhouse.
No, sorry, not true.
I just need to do a little bit of a community alert. There is a male stalker on this site who, if you are friends with me or you subscribe to me, either on my Sale Plani channel or on this channel, you'll get unsolicited private messages from this guy. This guy's name is Eopic.
Now, if somebody who advocated a position with which I agree to use that tactic, I would not regard that person as intellectually honest, even if he ultimately agreed with me. And I certainly don't regard Hannibal or all of the people who seem to rally around him and thumb up his videos as being intellectually honest.
This is the end game. Listen, libertarian realists just let the cat out of the bag. I hoped that he would respond to my video because I figured his ego would demand that he did, but I never in a million years thought he would say this. I never thought he would hand us this gift, the gift that all these racial realists are really thinking in their minds. That they are a part of the 1%, they will control society, they will be the important people, and everyone else will exist purely for their existence. We will prop them up because they are superior to all of us. Libertarian realist, Mr. Hair IQ, Spock Talk, fringe elements, they think they're part of this 1%.
But what's really amusing is the way that Hannibal just makes stuff up out of nothing. And what he makes up, he ascribes to me. And he thinks that he's uncovered a secret conspiracy of which I am a part.
So it has been quite apparent to me that Mr. Haruki is often described to be the intellectual powerhouse.
Instead, he has impressionable people like you do it for him.
We see a different story. Mr. Haruki talks about how he, as an elite race, are sort of the higher standard of Scandinavian civilization, and that he and others like him must take care or even show sympathy or empathy for the fact that the other races are different, the lesser. So there you have it, folks. Trälar, that is slaves, shall be under the racial elite.
$1 million.
In a backhanded way, he gave me some kind of compliment. I guess he thinks that I'm part of some 1% elite creative geniuses of the white race who seek to rule over everybody. And, well, first of all, I don't claim that about myself. And second of all, the people that he thinks are associated with me as part of this elite group of white nationalists who want to rule the world, little does he know that the people he mentions in association with me are people whose views I do not agree with hardly at all.
Now, he also states that Fringe Elements, my old buddy here, is her superior, commanding her, and she's like this pawn for him. Now, as everyone knows, I have not, well, not everyone, but as people that have watched my channel for a while know, I have not gotten along with Fringe Elements all that well in the past. But the idea that there is some conspiracy and that he is like this kind of white nationalist overlord is just silly.
Videos, future ponage of Hariku,
taunting me about each video that he did and planned to do on me. So we should call this guy Hannibal the Stalker. So the kind of behavior Hannibal the Stalker has exhibited towards me, he has exhibited toward others as well.
I just need to do a little bit of a community alert. There is a male stalker on this site. This guy's name is Eopic.
So anyway, I'm not going to respond directly to any of Hannibal's 22 or so videos in which he attempts to refute views that he describes to me.
Some of them definitely be of good use, trust me on that. I have learned that he is not an anarcho-capitalist. He has been an anarcho-capitalist, and I have learned that he is quite frankly an anarcho-monarchist.
Mr. Hariku, are you a anarcho-monarchist? No, I usually shift from anarcho-monarchism to anarcho-capitalism. I'm right now an anarcho-capitalist.
These racial hierarchies and so on. I guess the ones who will be the leader of those small organic monarchies will be white, blonde, blue-eyed folk.
Is this correct, Mr. Hariku? No, it is not correct.
And my mother will also be excluded, though she's blonde and blue-eyed, because according to him, she will be a race traitor. And being that I'm not pure, I would most likely be a tran. That's slave for those who wonder.
Mr. Hariku, would you oppose his mother for race mixing? The answer is no. Would you make Eopic your thrall or your slave? The answer is no. I'm for complete freedom of association.
He makes me think the society he wants sounds very similar to me. Some sort of racial type hierarchy mixed with ancient Germanic tribalism and clanism.
Mr. Hariku, you desire a racial hierarchy in your society. The answer is no. I desire a completely homogeneous society based upon voluntary freedom of association. You need to geographically separate that area.
EQ, thank you for giving me stuff to work with in future college. Thank you. Anyway, all love from me, but it has been seen.
More strawmen, I'm sure, Stock.
Where are we from? Siegfried. The Earth. And when did we leave? Brunhilde. 1945. Wonderful. And where did we go? The dark side of the moon. Brilliant.
Only one day is left. Only one day.
Und dann beginnen wir mit dem Meteor-Blitzkrieg. böse Untermenschen von der Erdkarte.
Oh, please, get real.